A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+. English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everyone, welcome to A+ English. I'm Pat.
I'm Chicklin.
And today we're going to be learning about something to do with fish. Let's start with today's warm-up question, which is not about fish, it's about people. What are some ways to tell a person's age?
Well, based on their looks or maybe the way they talk?
Yeah,
or
those could both work.
Or some of the maybe life choices they make?
Yeah, their clothing. If you see me with quite a lot of grey and white hair...
You look 28 to me.
Rubbish, not with this hair. You would assume that I am older. There might be other things. Maybe you say, okay, put on like the first song on your phone or music system.
Yeah, the music
that might tell you, or ask, what's your favorite movie? And that could also date a person in terms of saying how old they are. Mm-hmm. But yes, most of the obvious ways are looking at them, looking for things like the wrinkles around their eyes, maybe spots that they might have on their hands, just the way they dress.
Oh, yeah.
There's the stereotype that if you're an old person, you pull your pants right up to here, right? Okay, well, that's one. Those are several ways to tell a person's age. But we're going to be learning today about fish. Let's check out our article.
Different ways to find out a fish's age. Warm-up question. What are some ways to tell a person's age?
Hello, and welcome to the show. Today we are going to talk about fish. The question of the day is, scientists can use different ways to learn a fish's age. Which is not one of them? Is it? A. By looking at its scales. B. By touching its teeth, or C. By checking its ear bones. Do you have the answer in mind? Now, the answer is B. By touching its teeth. There are several ways to learn a fish's age. One way is to look at the fish's scales. The scales grow rings like a tree. Each ring means 1 year. We can count these rings to find out the fish's age.
So this is our encyclopedia article, and of course we're going to start with a question, which is, scientists can use different ways to learn a fish's age, which is not one of them. So we'll give you 3 options, and 2 of them are true, but 1 isn't. But before that, why do you think it's important to know an animal's age?
So maybe you know what kind of food to give them or what kind of exercise that they should avoid. Because like for my corgi, I have to give them different kinds of food or feed at different ages.
Okay, so yeah, if it's a pet, that's definitely important. Learning about their age might tell you what you need to do to look after their health, what kind of problems they might have, how long the animal might live. But you could also find out, okay, how old are you? What have you experienced in your life? What changes might you have undergone? If it's, some animals like whales, they live like 80 years.
Longer than us.
Something like that. So you could learn a lot by looking at, okay, what's this whale? How's it changed over the course of time? Can we find anything out? What's in its stomach? That sort of thing. But we're looking at its age here. So here are 3 possible ways to tell a fish's age. We'll go through them one at a time. 2 of them are true, but 1 isn't. So let's check the first one. A, by looking at its scales. What do we think?
Well, I think it makes sense because I think scales are really important, a very important part of a fish.
Yeah, I imagine a young fish would have like really bright, shiny ones, and an old fish, it wouldn't be so shiny.
Maybe.
I could be wrong there. Well, we'll park that one and move to B. You can tell its age by touching its teeth. What do you think?
Can we do that?
I'm not sure. I mean,
don't think so.
But with a dog, like again, going back to your dog example, would an older dog have like looser teeth or teeth that aren't as sharp?
And actually look more yellow if they get older.
Yeah, and I think if you took a young milk tooth in a human would maybe feel different to an older adult tooth for size.
That's true. So maybe that's also correct. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's look at number 3 or C. By checking its ear bones.
Do fish have ear bones?
That is something we're going to revisit later about fish's ears.
They have
They
ears?
said bones, so maybe they're on the inside.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we never see them? Okay.
But what do we think of that? Do you think you could check their bones?
Maybe. But they don't have ear bones. So
You don't think they have bones?
I don't think they do.
Okay. I think if they do have bones, that's probably a good way because I think bones can definitely show age because of the layers of growth.
Yeah.
They kind of grow in layers. But okay, let's look at the article. It says, there are several ways to learn a fish's age. One way is to look at the fish's scales.
Oh, so the first one is right.
First one is right,
Okay.
And we see in the article the scales grow rings like a tree.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. 所以它们的鱼鳞是有那个轮的呀。Okay, it's like a tree ring.
Yeah, like if you look at it, if you cut a tree down and you leave the stump, you'll see it's in rings. And the more rings a tree has, the older it is.
Yeah.
Like
We
grown.
learned that in science class before.
Exactly. It sort of grows extra bits on the outside. It works with other plants as well. And as the article points out, each ring means 1 year. So it's exactly the same. And we can count these rings to find out the fish's age. Okay, so thinking about age, do we know how old some trees and fish can get?
Well, I think it depends on different species. Like some trees, they can live up to maybe 1,000 years. Is that possible?
They actually just found a tree somewhere in South America recently or earlier this year. They think it's 5,000 years old.
Oh, wow.
Which
that's
would,
crazy.
if they can prove that, that would make it the oldest tree in the world. Older than one that's somewhere in California. And the one in California is actually hidden. Because it's so old, they're like, we don't want to tell people where it is so we can protect it.
Yeah.
Who's the oldest person you've ever known?
I think it's my grandma on my mom's side, but she already passed away a few years ago.
How long did she live?
She was 96 years old when she passed away. But I thought she was still in good shape. She just didn't want to keep living.
My great-grandma was 99 when she passed.
Wow, that's...
And she had a sister who made the ton, the 100.
Oh my goodness.
Which in the UK means you get a letter from the Queen, or it'd be now the King.
Wow. So you come from long-lived families.
I do. Yeah, on my mum's side. My dad's side, not so much. So it'll kind of depend on which side I take after. You?
Yeah. I'm not really sure.
Not sure.
I don't really want to live long, actually.
Oh, fair. Okay, let's take a short break. We'll be right back for the next part of the article.
Another way is to check the fish's ear bones. They also have growth rings. Scientists can learn information about the fish's life history by reading them, too.
Hi everyone, welcome back. We're finding out the ways to check a fish's age. We know that we can check their scales, and the article says another way is to check the fish's ear bones. They also have growth rings.
I got that one wrong.
That's okay. Because, yeah, you think of a fish, you don't really think of it as having ears, do you?
No, I know they have gills, no ears.
Yeah, gills for the breathing out. So I had to look this up, okay? A fish's ears are inside its head, right behind each eye. And they're not ears that poke out like ours. Each one's like a small hole, and it's got kind of almost like little hairs. and 3 sort of stones like bones that rest on the hairs. Okay, so every day as the fish is kind of swimming around, it makes extra layers through its body that go onto these stones. Okay, and the bodies of a fish and water are kind of about the same in terms of how sort of thick and heavy they are. So the sound would go right through them if there's a sound in the water.
Okay.
But the ear bones with these extra layers they keep putting on are much thicker and heavier. So when the sound goes through the rest of the fish, the bones, these stones in their ears will move. They'll be different.
Okay.
The little hairs in there will detect them and the brain will go, that is sound.
Oh, that's so cool. So are we learning English or science?
We're learning science in English.
Okay.
You know, that's bilingual education. You learn lots of subjects in English. Don't worry about remembering all of that. You can go and check it out online. What we can add from the article is that scientists can learn information about the fish's life history by reading them too. So these ear bones and stuff. So what do you think you could maybe learn by kind of looking at all this information?
Well, I'd like to learn more about how many species of fish there are.
Okay.
In the world, like all of them, because I would like to know. Because, like so deep, very deep under the sea, there are some of the species that we've never seen.
That's probably one thing you could learn from looking at the fish's bones. Like, how deep does this fish live?
Oh, yeah.
Because the bodies that are going to be very, very low down are going to be different from the ones up near the surface.
Yeah, so they usually look like...
The ones down there look weird.
Yeah, they look weird.
Super weird. So that's something you could learn. You could learn what it eats. You could learn what's eating it. You could learn the effect of pollution on it. Lots of different things we can learn by checking out a fish's body. Okay, that's where we're going to leave, or at least I'm going to leave you. I'm going to hand over to Chick-a-Lim for a few minutes. And when we're back, we'll do our review time activity.
OK， 我们文章今天第一个单字就是 scientist。那因为我们今天在讲鱼嘛，就跟大自然科学很有关系，这是科学家的意思。那它是来自于 science 这一个字，所以我们学校的自然课就是 science lesson。那么如果是做这个科学实验的这个地方叫做 science lab， 它就是实验室的意思。For instance, I'll meet you outside the science lab。或者是呢 Jerry's favorite subject used to be science. 那我们再看另外一个句子，这边是使用 scientist. Scientists are trying to make new machines to help people stay healthy. 科学家呢正在尝试新的机器来帮助我们保持健康。那我们今天学到新的就是鱼是有这个耳朵的骨头的，这个骨头英文叫做 bone， 所以我们人类的骨头叫 human bones。可是我们也可以说 a fish bone 来代表鱼刺的意思。比如说 a fish bone got stuck in her throat, so she had to go to the doctor. 那么 bone 这个字它因为是鱼骨的或者是鱼刺的意思嘛，所以它如果呢当动词就是有把骨头剔掉或者是把鱼刺去掉的意思。比如说 I boned the fish before feeding it to my dog. 那另外一个例句 Sarah broke a bone in her arm. She can't use it until it gets better. Sarah 的手臂有一根骨头断掉了，所以在好起来之前都没有办法使用这个手。那我们也有提到说这个如果你在这个鳞片上面它也是一样长一岁，你的 scale 就会多一层，就跟树的年轮一样。那边就有一个 grow 就是生长，它的三态是 grow, grew, grown。 所以如果你要留长头发，你就可以说 I wanna grow my hair long。 那有些人说留长，你也可以说 I wanna grow my hair out。 那我们看另外一个句子My cousin wants to grow her hair long. She is tired of her short hair now. 那么如果留胡子呢，就是 grow a beard。 比如说you grew a beard, you look nice. 你留胡子了，看起来好好看哦。好，我们看另外一个句子，我们这边也是当生长的意思。Over the summer, my feet grew from size 36 to 38. 经过这一个夏天，我的脚居然从36号长到38号。那么另外呢，我们有看到鼠 数目这一个字，它就是 count， 它是动词，它当名词也可以。所以如果你不记得，比如说你数到一半然后忘记了或漏掉了，那它就是 lose count。比如说 I lose count of how many tickets we've sold， 我有点不记得我们卖了多少张票了。又或者是回来当动词，我们可以说 to count on someone， 就是去指望某一个人。比如说 don't count on other people to help you out of trouble。好，那我们看另外一个句子哦，这边也是当数数的意思，是动词。I counted the cookies and will need another box for the party。我数了一下饼干数量，好像还需要另外一盒，不然派对是不够的。那么是不是有看到 by 加上 VING 或者是一个名词啊，来代表借由的意思？所以平常呢，像是我们搭乘交通运输工具，我们也很常用这个句型哦。比如说 Kevin goes to school by bus。那你当然意思就是 Kevin takes the bus to school， 差不多意思。或者是呢 Most students learn English by 借由，然后后面放动词 listening to A+ English。 好，所以这边是我们今天学到所有的单字。 Right now, let's go to our review time activity.
Review time.
So we started off today's article about discussing how we could tell a person's age.
Yeah.
So what could tell our exact age? Let's apply some of those examples to us. But if you don't want to reveal it live on camera, that's fine. But let's try a few of these questions that could show some things about us. So when did we first start using email or the internet? How old were we?
I can't recall. I started playing video games when I was about 4 or 5.
Sure, but video games have been around a long time. But the internet, I mean, that happened during my lifetime. I started using the internet when I was, I'm going to say either 15 or 16. That was when I first started getting an email address.
Oh.
But when did you first use that
We
kind of
always
thing?
had computer or internet classes back in primary school. So I think I was about first grade.
Okay, so therefore about X number of years earlier in your life than me. Okay, so here's another one. How old were you when you got your first cell phone?
Oh, the flip one?
Yeah, flip one.
The flip one, the first one. I think I was in 10th. No. I was in 12th.
12th grade?
No, 6th grade.
6th grade, okay.
Or 7th grade.
Whereas I didn't get my first cell phone until I believe I was 22.
22. Oh, okay.
Okay. First movie you can remember seeing at the movie theater.
Harry Potter.
Okay, so that's clearly in the 1990s that one came out. Whereas one of the first ones I saw at the theater, it was either going to be a Disney one
This is so scary.
something... It might have been a Disney, but it might have been something like Willow, which I think was the late 80s.
Okay.
So... all right. This is an interesting one for world history. What is the first major piece of news you can remember seeing or hearing on TV?
Oh, I can. This one, I don't know.
Okay, this shows how old I am. I heard it on the radio when the Berlin Wall was being destroyed.
What?
That is how old I am.
You don't look like that.
But it's actually not that long ago. It just seems like it.
Yeah.
Okay, and should we pick? I'll see if can you think of one celebrity who is about the same age as you?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Because we were born in 94.
Okay,
Yeah.
Meghan Markle.
Oh, okay.
The wife of
Older than
Prince.
you, younger than you?
She is 2 days younger than me.
Oh, 2 days younger
Just
than
2 days. So that's somebody who's about the same age as me. There you go. So you can see. And there's a Taiwanese guy, Jiro Wang.
Wang Dongchen.
Okay, he's about 3 weeks younger than me.
Oh, okay.
So again,
okay.
that dates how old I am. So just by asking those questions about kind of culture stuff, you can see that there's a difference of 10 to 15 years between me and you.
Yeah.
And that's without looking at clothes, hair, anything else
But
like that.
we look about the same.
I wish that was true. All right, that's all we've got time for. Thanks very much, everybody. For A+ English, I'm Pat.
Chickling.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Magic Box.
识我的人都知道，说到这武打能力啊，我可是榜上有名，甚至是许多男生啊，以为我是女的就赢得过我吗？我告诉你，不晓得多少人就是因为这样轻忽我的能力，最后啊被我打得屁滚尿流的。拜托，我会的武术可不止1-2种好吗？ I know many kinds of martial arts. One is judo, another is karate. 要对付敌人啊，这些呢都只是小 case 基本的啦。当然还有很多很多说不完的，要不要你直接跟我切磋一下你就知道了。好了，我先冷静一下。只要你没有惹到我啊，你绝对是平安无事的 OK。那刚刚啊，我说到我会许多种的武术 ，I know many kinds of martial arts。那有哪一些呢？后面呢，我又接着举例嘛。One is judo, another is karate.One is judo, another is karate. 一种是柔道，那还有一种呢就是空手道。在这边呢，你可以发现我用的 one 点点点 another 点点点的句型。大家都知道 one 有一个的意思，那在这样的句型中 one 呢在这边指的就是其中一个你前面所提到的名词，也就是 martial arts 武术嘛。所以呢，其中一个就是柔道 one is judo。接着呢，我又用了 another， 代表除了刚刚那个之外，在我会的那么多武术中，我又举了另外一个例子，那就是空手道 another is karate。那你可以发现，用 one 怎么样怎么样 ，another 怎么样怎么样是没有限定范围的哦，因为啊，我会的不止这2种嘛，还有更多的选择哦。那说完无限定范围的用法，想必呢一定有另外一种有限定范围的用法嘛？没有错，意思呢就是说你只会有2个东西可以选择，照我们刚刚用到的 one 怎么样怎么样 ，the other 怎么样的句型就可以咯。像是我记得有一次在跟敌人对战的时候我不小心就伤了我的手臂 ，I hurt both of my arms. One got shot, the other got cut.I hurt both of my arms. One got shot, the other got caught. 一只手中枪，另外一只手被刀割。天哪！不过呢，好险我平常是有在锻炼的，好吗？所以呢，复原得很快啦。那你可以看到我这句话很明显的，我把范围呢限定在我这2只手嘛，用 one 表示其中一只手中枪了，那 the other 指的呢就是剩下这只手是被刀子割到的哦。那最后啊，还有一种呢，就是当你有3个选择的时候该怎么办呢？当然啦，这也是一种限定范围的用法哦，因为你就限定在3个选择之中嘛。这时候呢，就把刚刚所学的全部都用在一起就行啦。One 怎么样怎么样 ，another 怎么样怎么样 ，the other 怎么样怎么样就可以咯。好啦，不瞒你们说，对我来说呢，在我人生中有最重要的3个人。一个是鹰眼，一个呢是浩克，另外一个就是美国队长啦。There are 3 important people in my life. One is Eagle Eye, another is the Hawk, and the other is Captain America. 如果你要在他们之间做出选择，我看我是选不出来的。